Hello, everybody, and welcome to our 7th episode of... Let me just turn off the title screen. There we go. The 7th episode of FarmVille2 Country Escape Live with Scott and Jennilee. Hopefully, we have Jennilee tonight. Jennilee, are you here?
I'm here, Scott.
Yay! And we have a bunch of people in the chat room already, which is excellent. So, Jennilee...
Yes, I love it.
It is good. And I know, Jennilee, you've been really busy last week at your job, and it was a little vague on your message today. It said that you were a Farmville treasure hunter. So what's that all about?
So I did really good last week, except for, obviously the old news that I accidentally shared with you guys. But I was so sneaky that this week they let me go ahead and go undercover, and I'm working as one of the farm hands, searching for the treasures.
Ah, the event treasures.
Yes.
Or all the treasures.
Event treasures.
Ah, interesting. So
now that doesn't mean if you don't find something that it's my fault.
Oh, I see. So as the treasure hunter, have you noticed that you've been able to find the treasure really easy at first, but then it gets really hard as you continue on?
Oh yeah, at the beginning it's real easy, but then the more you're searching for it, the harder it is to find.
Nice. Awesome. That's great. That's cool. Well, thank you so much for joining me again tonight.
Thanks for having me.
You bet. So, I guess we'll move straight into our news, because we do have some major news tonight. I have a little slide, I'll bring it up, major news. But before we put that up, I am going to play the newsreel. Okay, the newsreel's playing. They can hear us, but it's okay. I think I turned off I didn't turn off the background music again. Alrighty, and joining me from high above the sky is Jennilee. Jennilee, we would like to have our crash report, please.
All right, I'm ready. I got some good stuff tonight. So Sherry says that she cannot request or send invites to her co-op. It's not working.
That's not good.
No. Wendy says it's taking several minutes to load her market, and then the game is freezing. And then on top of that, she can't even visit any of her friends to fertilize.
Yikes. That's a bad one.
I've had that too, where it takes so long to, you get the spinning sun. You just kind of
the lovely
restart
spinning
it.
sun. Can you see the sun today? Is it nice where you are? I'm sending Eddie up to find you, by the way.
Oh, it's beautiful today.
Nice.
Oh, yes.
Continue.
I also got a name I cannot pronounce, sorry, but she cannot connect to Facebook. We've been seeing that a lot.
Yeah, I've seen that one
and
too.
then, yeah, Bonnie says she is losing keys. Scary.
No kidding. Especially when you pay for those keys.
Yes, and then the last one, I have so many names I can't even say them all. I'm seeing so many people complaining about cheaters for the leadership member.
There's a lot of cheaters, and we're going to talk about that tonight. I have a few slides to bring up, or a slide anyways, about the cheaters.
Awesome, and that's the end of my news.
All right, well, we'll see you back in the studio shortly.
All right, sounds good.
All right, I hope she's back. Jennilee, did you have a nice trip back?
Yes, I'm back.
I'm not sure if the helicopter sound was failed or not. I was clicking on the sound. Actually, I have some new sounds. I'm going to play this one. Here we go. Jennilee, you won't be able to hear that, but if you, that's my new twang noise for when I screw up, so I'll play that a lot. Jennilee, you'll have to listen to that on the recording, but I do have a twang noise. I'll play it for the people again. I'll play it a few times. Anyways, that's their twang noise. So how's our chat room looking? Has there been any hellos yet? People in the chat room, say hi.
Oh, there's so many hellos. We have Angela saying hello.
Angela, hi.
Darlene is with us.
Yay, Darlene.
Treasure is here.
Perfect. Treasure, that she should be your cousin related to the treasure hunting you've been doing.
Oh, right? Ursula is here.
Hi, Ursula.
And then Lori's here.
Hi, Lori.
And Sophie. Sophie, are you new? I don't think I've seen your name on here.
Welcome, Sophie.
Hi, Sophie.
Nice to see you here, Sophie. Sophie, if you wouldn't mind popping into the chat room, just telling us a little bit about yourself, how long you've been playing Farmville, and Jenny will interrupt me with your message. And anybody else in the chat room, if you want to chat about anything else, you can certainly go ahead and bring that to our attention. So we're doing news now, I guess, right?
Yes.
Should I do the major news first, or should we do the event news first?
That's up to you, because I don't even know the major news.
Okay, well, we're going to do the major news, because it's pretty major. How many people are in our chat room, first of all?
Right now we have 10 watchers.
Awesome. So the 10 of you are going to hear the major news. So a while ago, I found out that somebody in our co-op was a VIP player. Have you ever heard of that before, Jennilee?
No.
So, what a VIP player, and I am so incredibly jealous at this co-op member of ours, and I can't release their name because they swore me to secrecy. There might be some other co-ops, people that know who this is, but what a co-op VIP member is they get a special phone number to a direct employee at Zynga, where they can call and voice their concerns, issues, and suggestions.
What?
Yeah, and so I knew about this, I don't know, maybe two and a half months ago, but it hadn't gone anywhere because they were just getting these people together. Zynga was getting these people together in the form of an email and having them getting all the contact information. So very recently, this member of our co-op was contacted and was given a phone number to a direct person at Zynga specifically for concerns, questions, and suggestions. So isn't that awesome news? That's like major news.
That is awesome.
I'm gonna play my major news again. There we go. I'll keep it running for a second. So what that means is on our Facebook page in about 13 minutes from now, there will be this post as well. I have it set to time during our stream, so for the people that aren't on our stream can see it. And we're also going to put it on our live stream page so that anybody who listens to our live stream can actually, just brought the mail up, can actually, this is getting annoying, I'm going to turn off my flashing news here. So anybody can actually post a suggestion or topic or concern, and the person in our co-op will have access to reading all of this, and they can take back whatever they feel is important to Zynga. Isn't that awesome?
That is really awesome.
And so I'm like, okay, all I have is one please favor. Can you please just tell Zynga that I live stream and have them come see us one night? That would be so awesome. That's all I ask. So they're going to also send that in. They've told me that they're going to send a link to my live streams and our live streams rather, Jenny, and hopefully we can get somebody from Zynga on here.
That would be amazing.
Isn't that cool news? I found that was so awesome, and I had to keep that to myself for I found out today, so it wasn't too long. Too bad, actually.
Good job of holding it in.
Good job of holding that in. All right, so we do have some other news to talk about. Obviously,
before you start the other news, Robin says howdy.
Hey, Robin.
And Sophie is asking, did they suggest a permanent farmhand that can gather anything?
A permanent farmhand that can gather anything. Don't permanent farmhands gather anything now?
Maybe she means more specific items, like
maybe
event items, or...
She'll have to be more specific in her question. That's a great suggestion, though, because you know what? While we're talking about suggestions, I know this is kind of off news, but I'm going to bring up Jenny, the screen is fine, right? You can see the internet page? Yeah, you can see the internet page.
Yes.
There's actually a suggestion thread on Zynga site. I just found it. Suggestions, new ideas. So this Zynga forums is what I'm on, and people are suggesting stuff. This one person talks about, let's scroll up. Here we go, different pins and stuff. A cow feed pin to make extra milk. Here's one about a pin to skip Mariner, similar to Eddie pin, increase co-op max to 60. Wow, that'd be neat. Pike's Landing pin. So lots of cool suggestions, but yeah, for sure.
I need to go look around in there.
Well, those aren't suggestions from Zynga. Those are people asking for stuff. But now that we have this, if you guys have a suggestion that you think would be cool, and I mean, there's the normal stuff, which, hey, stop cheaters, stop hackers, stop the crashing, the normal stuff that they hear every day. So I think we'll be looking for more of, if you want to tell Zynga something specific, maybe, I don't know, whatever you want, a suggestion of different ideas. I heard of this bingo event. Have you heard of the bingo event, Jenny?
Bingo? No.
Okay, there's probably people in chatters. Probably Frank. Is Frank here?
I haven't seen Frank yet, no.
Okay, so there may be people in the chat room who have played Farmville Bingo. I've never played it. I've seen briefly some screenshots from it, but I've never actually played it. So that's apparently one of the best things they've run, and I see it asked for over and over again, and for some reason they choose not to bring it back. I don't know why. Maybe it had too many glitches in it, which is who knows why. Anyways, should we move on with news? Is there any chats that you'd like to read?
We also have Kathy saying hello.
Hi, Kathy. Awesome. Nice. Thank you so much for being here. I think Kathy...
Oh, and I think Frank heard you because now he says hello.
Hey, Frank. Welcome back. And I'm pretty sure Kathy messaged me today, and I wasn't sure if she'd be here, but thank you, Kathy, for joining us today. And I think Liz is coming as well. She said she'll be back in a bit, too. So that's cool, too. I'll put my phone away.
Robin says the bingo event is so much fun.
Yeah, that's what I've heard. So I don't know if, Robin, if you can quickly describe it, and then Jenny will kind of read it. But I've heard it was so much fun, and people whine about not having it. And so I have no idea why they don't bring it back. 'Cause I'd like to try it, for sure.
Yeah.
So speaking of events, should I start mine?
Do it.
Which one should I do first? Do I start the one that's got the big tap to start event on the bottom, or do I do the one in the mail, this Mother's Knows Best thing?
Did you say you were going to start both of them tonight?
Yeah, I'm going to start both so we can talk about them, because I have no clue about any of this.
Okay, so I don't think it matters which one you start.
Okay, let's start with Mother Knows Best, because that's what's on the screen. Okay, so okay. I clicked it. So apparently I now have to click on my little farmy thing. Okay, so this looks like it's similar to the Christmas event.
Yes.
Okay. Complete tasks to finish stories that pop up in the book. It's like exactly to the Christmas book. And there's, hey look, I've already got my my blackberries complete. And my salmon. Yay. Cool, so that's cool. We'll watch that tonight and see if I can fill that up. And then it looks like I have to have pig breakfast and soy curry and soy cake. And I have to make these in the ovens. And do I have to find materials somewhere for these?
Yes.
Like at one of the event stations? Or is it this water garden place that apparently you're supposed to have? Here we go. What's this?
So certain items are going to be at the water garden, and then the rest you'll find throughout the farm.
All right, and I got to make my snorkel gear on the windmill. So speaking of events, while I'm making my snorkel gear for my water garden, I've seen some people chatting in the pages that they're complaining that there's two events that started on the same day. So what is our chat room?
We've done this before, right?
We did it at Christmas.
We just do this? Yeah.
So what do you think about that? Or what does the chat room think about that?
I personally, I don't like doing two events at the same time. So I'm just focusing mostly on the Mother Knows Best.
That's the one
I want to get that one. Yeah, I want to get that one completely done. And then once that's done, because the other one lasts longer, right?
Well, the other one's a leaderboard, so it's a 1 week or something, isn't it?
Right, there's the 1 week, and then that'll be done, and then it starts
week.
like the phase 2 or whichever, and that'll be a week.
Right.
So I just feel like I want to get the Mother Knows Best done, and then I can focus on the leaderboard after that's done.
Yeah, I think that's the way I like doing it too. When I have two events to work on, you kind of you're scrambling to get everything done at the same time, and then you're left with a bunch of time that you don't have anything left to do, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I would rather have it the way that you said too, to do one and then the other. What about our chat room? Have you had any feedback yet?
Kathy says she's not focusing on the leaderboard.
So Kathy, why is that? Is it because you have a high number of people, or is it because you just don't like doing leaderboards? Like high number, like high scores. Anyways.
And then Ursula just said that she still has no idea where to find certain items. She's referring to the stencils, which I think is page 2 or 3. I can't remember.
Huh. Well, I think
so. She's been buying them from others.
Buying them on the global market. So let me just take Ursula over to the Facebook page for Farmville events. So Ursula, you're gonna go to Google. I'm just gonna type it in here, and you simply Google Farmville2 events, and you hit enter, and you'll get this one that says mobile announcements, Farmville2 mobile announcements, and in a few seconds it should bring up screen. So Mother's Day cooking contest, and if you scroll down it should tell us where everything is found. Here we are. So stage 1, so is this the one she's talking about, stage 1, stage 2, or is that the other one? So it doesn't have the other one.
No, it's the storybook.
Oh, it's the storybook. And they don't have the storybook listed, which is surprising. They usually put all the new events here, unless it's just not here yet.
Did we have Angela in here? Was she here?
I don't know. I think so.
Yes, Angela, if you're here, because I asked her earlier today what a certain item was, like what page it was for, and she knew. So I wonder if she found a list somewhere, or if she's just that smart. She's probably just that smart.
But I think it tells you though too, right? Like when I go to the storybook, if I go over to the storybook and I click on the storybook, which is somewhere over here. Wait, that's Mother's Day. Didn't I just start that one? Where's the pig?
Yes.
Is it in the pig? Oh, here it is, the pig book. So if I click on this one, it says soy cake at the pastry oven and soy curry at the stovetop. And then if you go to the stovetop, for example,
I mean for the next pages.
Right, but the next pages should have it should say where to get them or where to make them, right?
Right, but what I'm saying is, like, I was on a specific page, and she was on the same page as me, and I was asking what page a certain item that I had found on Global was going to be on.
Oh, I see. And you had
because it wasn't on the page we were on. Mm-hmm.
Oh, gotcha. Now I understand. See, I'm all confused. Hey, there's some cool fireflies in here. That's neat.
We have a lot of chatter.
Okay, go ahead. Let's read them.
Okay,
we love chatters.
I'm trying to remember where I left off. Treasure says she's only doing the leaderboard. She's not doing the book. And then Frank says, on my main farm, I'm playing only when in airplane mode, so it won't launch the event.
Right.
Kathy says the storybook is fun and different.
So she must not have...
and then... Go ahead.
I was going to say she must not have done the Christmas event, or she probably did that, and it is different. I think that the last one glitched out, though, didn't it? Like the last Christmas event, it was really easy to finish or something. But that was the tree event.
Oh, I don't remember. I have such a bad memory. I don't know. Robin responded to your bingo question. She says the bingo event is a board with different items you have to fill, like Marie's board. Just this one, you have to get 4 in a row. It is just like bingo, just with items instead of numbers. So it's so much fun.
Nice. That does sound like it's fun. Well, it sounds different as well, which is really cool. I just want to send one guy here. I don't know which guy to send. I just want to get that. Here, I'll send these two. Take a dip. Speaking of sending farmhands, I don't know about you, but I got a weird... I'm going to bring it up on the screen. Oops, I just puked out a whole bunch of stuff from my Fisher person. I don't know about you guys, but I received a weird pop-up, and I'm going to bring it up on the screen. It was a strange message about my dog. So I won the Zynga dog during the last event, the leaderboard event, and I didn't participate in the round 2 because I wanted to keep my Zynga dog named Zynga. But when I started this update or something, I got this message that said, "Meet the Zynga the Bulldog." Did you get this, Jenny?
I did, but I clicked out of it so fast I didn't read the...
And apparently, I was reading on some of the sites, and it said that the Zynga dog went running around and jumping through the bushes. So, and people were laughing at it. But I don't think they got the dog, or maybe they did. Did you get the Zynga dog?
I already had him.
Yeah, so not the Balinga, not the, or you called it the Bazinga dog, or wasn't it? Did you say Bazinga?
Yeah.
Bazinga dog. Here, wait, we got a punchline. Okay, so we made a joke. I have the symbols when we make a joke, Jennilee.
Oh, okay.
So it goes like ba-dum-bum. Anyways.
I wish I could hear it.
Anyways, cool. So you didn't. What about? So in the chat room, I know we're probably behind on chats, but in the chat room, if you did get Zynga or you didn't have Zynga before, I'm curious to know if they gave you this dog to help you find stuff during this event. Anyways, I'll pull it off the screen so we can get rid of that, and you can continue reading chats. I'll keep farming.
Okay. So Ursula said she didn't have the circle pool, and a couple people were telling her. The garden pool.
Yeah, you got to start the event though to get it, because I didn't have it till just now either.
But she's been doing the event.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
I see.
So a couple people were telling her where to find it at, and then she said she's going to check it again. Kathy says stencils are phase 3 of the storybook.
Nice, thank you.
Angela's going to get some stencils for Ursula, she said. And then Frank says, even if you do not click on start event, you may have already started. Have some check the friends leaderboard to see if your name is there.
Huh, but you can't check the leaderboard yet until
you tap on it.
Yeah, it just
but I was wondering that myself today because, like, I think it's 30 people that, they put in each group.
Right.
And there's like 18 or 19 of us playing, and everyone else is still marked as 0. So I was wondering that too, if they throw people in the group, and whether you start it or not, you're already in a group.
That's a good question. I know that one time I started a leaderboard event right near the end, like on the last day, and when I started it, everybody pretty much had 0, which was good because I was able to finish it high. But I've also had times where I've started it midway through, and then the players have had like a lot more points, like right off the bat, that I've noticed. So I don't know how it all works.
I don't know either.
And I'd also be really curious to know. I need some strawberries. Curious to know how they actually decide what group to put you in. Like, do you get? Because I mean, if I look at my county fair, I'm gonna go look at my county fair really quick. This is because I haven't done my leaderboard yet. You can see that I'm 67 or something, but these people here, like level 65, level 70, and level 50. So right now the county fair are there's 105 in 6th place, 93. So I'm wondering how it determines what level of person you're playing with. Isn't that interesting? Or curious?
It is curious.
Excuse me.
But that one probably just bases off what are those called, medals or whatever level you're at.
That's true, but I'm on like Ruby 3, so I'm like right behind Diamond. I sucked last week and I didn't stay in Diamond, so I fell one back. But Ruby 3 is like the highest you can get before Diamond.
I did the same thing this week. I went back to Ruby 3 as well.
We both did it. Well, your job in your hotel room last weekend, paid for all the money so you could have all that fun last week. So, anyways,
yeah.
We won't talk about that. But the thing, I'm really curious because you know how you see all the time, and I'll bring another slide up. I'll bring it up later. But there's people complain about having those cheaters with millions of points, right? Mm-hmm. And I hardly see that. And I asked the co-op today if they've had that if they've seen that, and all the people that replied said no. Like they don't have any on their boards, or they don't frequently get them. And that's the same with us. And I'm curious to know if perhaps Zynga somehow scans people's barns or scans people's farms and checks to see if they have like 5,000 quartz or some weird number, and then sticks those people together. Because for some reason, like I do every event, every time, every county fair, every time, and I never see these like the ones that are 253 billion points. Those the max number, right? Mm-hmm. Have you seen them? Like, do you get them, Jenny?
No.
And see, then the thing is you have never had anybody put 5,000 quartz in your barn or make your barn unlimited. Exactly. So I'm really curious to know. Because who are these people that are constantly getting... And there's lots of people who don't do the leaderboard events. I have this screen up. I should probably close it because it's basically pretty boring. I'm curious to know, the people that get these cheaters, they always seem to get, not cheaters or however they're getting the numbers, they get them over and over again, I think. So I don't know if they're just unlucky or if there's actually some math that's happening. What does Fred think? Frank. Frank. Sorry, Fred. Frank. Here, I'll play my cymbal.
So,
I'm going to twang. Okay, sorry, go ahead.
Let me catch up on some chat. So Frank had said, have someone in your co-op who has started the event check the friend leaderboard. I never thought of that. I could check that for you, but I'm on my phone.
Right.
Ursula says we should all be the same levels, which I agree. That's the only way I think it would be fair, really. Kathy says she's having a weird county fair this time around.
How weird?
What do you mean weird, Kathy? Yeah. Ursula says, well, that does not include me, and I have them. I'm not sure what she's referring to. The farm? Or the county fair, maybe?
Well, if you don't know, I have no clue.
Kathy said she will send a screenshot to Zynga. Oh, and Frank says, in my wife's game, she already has 2 people with over 2.1 billion points, but she is at level 185.
And does Frank's wife have a weird barn? Like, has there been any monkey business going on in the barn?
I don't know. Frank?
Is Frank having monkey business in the barn? That deserves, like, what should I do, a twang? I'll make a twang noise. Well, twangs are usually for my mistakes, but I think I haven't made my twang noise lately, so Anyways.
Oh, Kathy responded. She said the top 4 players are really high in points. And then Ursula says she's unlucky.
So she's unlucky, so she has the big score people. We're confused. We talked too much. We should have chatted. We should have.
I know.
We should have went to the. We should have. Never mind.
Darlene says she's jealous of your farm.
Why is she jealous of my farm? It's all very basic. I mean, I do have 2 of everything. I do have some.
If you
stuff.
Don't put some money in your shed,
I was
you're driving
waiting.
me crazy.
There you go. It's in there now.
Frank says the only monkey business happens offline.
Oh, I see. Right? That deserves a punchline.
Oh, Robin says I'm doing the leaderboard, and the first 4 are at a big, huge number that I can't say because I can't read numbers.
Yeah.
But they have a lot of points.
Right.
They were there in 1 hour after it started.
Right. So now
one of them is level 48.
Sorry, and who said that? Who's
Robin?
So Robin, I know that you probably have sent screenshots to Zynga before and maybe not had a response, but if you wouldn't mind for our testing of our live stream, if you can send in a screenshot of that to Zynga, and if you don't know how to do that, just ask and I'll show you where to go to do that. But send it in as a cheater request, and then let's just see what happens. And then next week you can tell us that nothing happened or that something happened. And if it was me and it was on my board, I would send that email, I would get the automated response, and then I would send it back again, not demanding, but asking for them to do something. And I'd probably send like 3 emails just so that they could deal with it. And I know they must get millions of emails every day about it, but I'm sure that some just get ignored and others get acted on.
Ursula says she meant to say I get stuck with the high score people all the time.
Right, but high score like billions of points, or high score like, just obtainable if you play like Jenny and play like all the time. Because here, wait, we have Jenny's screen up here, everybody. Here we go. Look, this is Jennilee. She's number 1. This is a picture from earlier today. She's probably got a higher number. But Jennilee, we have your leaderboard showing as number 1 on the screen at 15,057 points. Good job.
That was this morning. Yeah.
Oh, so she's probably like tripled it by now. Watch.
Not tripled.
Well, I've got 13 billion points because, we just ran that program again. But anyways. Yeah.
Oh, Kathy says she's in 5th place and 300,000 points behind 4th player.
Nice. Good job.
And what else did I miss? Oh, Ursula says billions.
Nice. So Ursula should send in a screenshot too. You're gonna have to help Ursula with that, Jennilee.
Yes, I will.
Okay, because I really want to get some kind of evidence. I want definitive proof that nothing happens, or I want definitive proof that something happens sometimes. Because it drives me crazy. Because nobody knows anything, and this is also why I want to talk to Zynga, because they never tell you anything. They just say they're going to deal with it. But if we could have someone say, "Listen, it's my job to deal with cheaters, and I kicked out 53 people last week." Okay, we have a number. We have proof, right? We have someone saying there's something was done. There's millions of players. 53 is a small number, but at least we know that it's like not okay to do, or not necessarily, like they're doing something, right?
I wonder if I can get a job in that office.
That would be cool, wouldn't it?
That would.
I've spent like so much time. I should probably get back to my book here because I'm figuring out what I need to make. But I've spent like time searching like LinkedIn, whatever it is, looking for Zynga employees and messaging them. Oh, that was like a twang. Here we go. My speech. Anyways, I've spent time messaging them on Facebook, but they never answer me because I'm just like they might get a lot of people messaging them, or they're like, "Who's this fanatic?" Right?
Mm-hmm.
I guess so. Anyways, I can't remember what I'm supposed to be making here. I got pastry oven stuff, I got stovetop, and I got dairy. All right.
Make a butter. That's easy.
Just a regular butter?
Look, you have it on the right?
Oh, like just.
Or did you close your screen already?
The pig breakfast, you mean? I'll make a pig breakfast. No. I'm making it anyway.
Okay.
Well, I'll make a butter then. Here you go. 1 butter. Oh, I happen to have 3 cow milk. I'm getting short. Co-op, post some cow milk. Just kidding, co-op. You don't have to post cow milk.
Darlene is asking how you get the second crafting station if it's with keys, and then Ursula already responded saying yes.
Yeah, so in the book, that's the wrong, I always click the wrong books, but let me go to the little tool tab here. So all of the second ones are always cheap. Well, not cheap, but 20 keys. So you can get them after a week or two of working. But the Cove Kettle, I only have one, and same with the Beachfront Grill, but everything else I've grabbed 2. And I just haven't been, I mean, you could certainly buy 3 of everything, or 5 or 6 even, but for me, it's like I have enough challenge just with the 2 that I have, and then you have to upgrade them all to this gold level, which takes forever because you need timber.
Agreed.
And speaking of timber, or let's actually go to the chat, continue finishing that up.
Okay, so Robin said she's going to send in the report.
Thanks, Robin.
And then Ursula said that she did report it, and that this time around is the first one that's been better. The county fair this time. Yeah,
it's better though, but she probably just got stuck with another group. And what I want Ursula to check is to see, like, if there is a cheater in number 1 position. Like I had somebody with a high score in number 1 position 2 weeks ago, and they weren't in a cheating position as far as I could tell. Anybody could attain the number, but they were removed. So I don't know what happened. So that's what we're looking for. We're looking for definitive proof that someone in the county fair who has a bazillion points, or on a leaderboard with a bazillion points that gets reported multiple times, gets removed, either from the leaderboard or from the game. It would be hard to tell if they're removed from the game because they're not in your co-op typically, right? If I go to the count, you can see their images here, but you really couldn't. It would be difficult to find who these people are based on their little thumbnail. I bet you we could, though. I wonder if we pasted that into Google and then searched it. Should we try?
I don't know if I recommend that one.
Look, we could take this lady here on my screen, and I could enhance the picture and put it into Google search and paste it. See what happens. Anyways, maybe next time. All right. Cool.
So Frank says, I will be launching my event on Saturday afternoon around 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Since China and most of India is asleep, nice. I may not get as many competitive players.
That's true. You may not, or you may get lots. I did a YouTube video on leaderboard strategy, and that's one I used, and I actually did very well on it. So that's good.
Very nice.
Speaking of the Marie board, let's talk about the Marie board, because I was doing that test for the last few weeks on the Marie board.
Yes.
So, excuse me, guys, I'm hacking away here. I got a dry throat. I'll have to drink a water in a second. So on my Marie board this week, we got the farmhand again. We did over 1,000 from our goal, and I'm gonna sell off a few of these things. Maybe I'll ask for clams, and I'll ask for mugs. Actually, should I ask for mugs or jam? Jam. I only need 2 jam. Maybe Celia's here. No, Lori grabbed it and she completed it. Let's see what it jumps to. And did you see that? People on the farm game, watching the stream. Jennilee, I'm going to hopefully somebody will claim another order, but you got to watch closely because I don't know what happens. Let's do the cat. I'm going to ask for 3 cats. But when I claim the cat order, the number changes really quick on the screen. You can see it. It does look like it's asking for similar numbers to last week for me. There we go. Okay, Lori completed it, and Kate's grabbed another one. Watch what happens on the cat, everybody. I'm going to click it. It says 3 of 3, 5 of 5. Did you see that? You'll see it in a second, Jennilee. I bet you the next time I have cats, it's going to ask me for 5. Let's do it with the pear jam.
3. I did see it.
And it went to 3 with the pear jam as well. So these numbers are moving up. So I would suspect that the next time it asks me for those items, it's going to be more. So that will prove, obviously, now last week I didn't do 60 orders. I only did 43. I wanted to see if it was still going to go up. Okay, let's watch this one from Lori here. Everybody, it says 3. It still said 3, so I bet you the next time it's going to ask me for 3 again as well. Anyways, that's enough asking for help on that. And I'll continue the test. I'll probably be doing more orders myself, just because asking for 60 orders from your co-op isn't really a fair thing to do, although they are very small orders. So I'm sure you think that's still fair to ask people of, Jenny?
For the little orders?
Yeah, like 3s and 4s.
Yeah.
I mean, I was getting 1s and 2s when I first started, so now I feel bad that it's 3s and 4s.
Well, still, when we're on at the same time and you are asking for help, I get real excited. They're super easy. And
and you know what drives me nuts? And it doesn't really drive me nuts, but I'll post an order for, say, something really small. Like Annie can grab these 3 wooden figurines and mermaids. And wait, I could probably ask for my mugs here too. Anyways, it drives me crazy when I'm asking for these small orders and I'm trying to get 60 and I'll post one and then it sits there for like 4 hours or till the next day. And I'm like, oh, but anyways, I'm just getting the help. So I'm appreciative of that. Anyways, how's our chat room?
Ursula said be right back, but she's back.
Okay.
And Darlene said she's going to be buying some more. What was she going to buy? Crafting stations. She's going to buy some more.
Yeah, because certain things take forever, and especially in that crafting station, there's stuff that some of that takes like an hour, right? I'm pretty sure.
The crafting, yeah.
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 Okay, so the next update, so for the next few weeks, guys, we're going to just keep on pounding out the Marie board. We're going to get it up to, over double-digit numbers, and then I'm going to stop doing Marie board, and we're going to see how long it takes back down to get to the number 1 again. So if you want to follow me over the next several weeks, we will continue that experiment with Marie orders. Right, Jenny? Please?
Yes.
Yay!
Yes.
Okay. All right, so I got some book stuff going on here. Let me just check my books. I've got to get still 2 curry what does that say? Soy curry. We're still on news. We should probably go back and finish the news. Look at us.
Oh, and you have to start your other event as well.
I do. Well, it's still early. Well, I don't know if you got extra time tonight, Jennilee, but it's 8:36, so maybe this will be a longer episode tonight. I have no idea. How many people are in our chat room? We're still holding around the 7 or 8 or 9 people.
13 watchers.
13 watchers.
Plenty of people chatting.
Nice. That's great. Thank you so much for coming. Guys, if you're new to this chat room, just give us a hi. We'll say hello to you, or we'll try to. We've been behind on chat all night tonight. But if you have any questions to ask us, go ahead and post them. And we're so happy that you guys have decided to join us this Thursday night. This is our 7th episode, Jennilee. How do you feel about that?
That's awesome.
Isn't that crazy? Like 7 over like probably 10 hours of streaming. It's cool.
It's a lot of talking.
It's a lot of talking. It's a lot of laughing, but it's really fun. I really enjoy doing it, and I like the anyways. I'll just continue on to go ahead and chat so that we can see who's stuff there. I forgot what I was making now. Sorry.
Ursula said your orders are low. Some of the girls have huge orders, which I said that you were doing your experiment because I think she might have been out at that moment when you were explaining.
Sure.
And then Lori said her orders are more than 20 each, and I said mine are too. And Frank says, hey, I want to be a rock star.
Okay, it was soy curry. I need 6 tomatoes and 4 carrots. You keep talking, Jenny. I'm trying to keep concentrating on my carrots and tomatoes here.
You're forgetting what you're doing, huh?
I totally forgot. I need to finish at least 1 page of my storybook tonight. While we're on the chat. Okay, my soy curry is cooking. What else did I need? I'm trying to get it fast. Anyways, you can interrupt me anytime if there's stuff going on.
Well, your page 2 is so slow for me that when you're telling me what you're doing, I don't see that on the screen. So
I'm on page 1 actually. Oh wait, tasks 2 completed. What is it? Soy cake in the pastry oven. Okay. Sorry.
Why don't you complete the ones that you have?
I tried.
Hit the complete button.
Oh, were they there? Oh dear. You mean I gotta make more?
At the bottom, hit the complete button. Oh. Yes, you have to make 12 items altogether.
Oh, there we go. Potatoes are easy. But now I forgot what I was gonna make. Soy cake. I need 2 soy cake at the where? At the pastry oven. All right, going to the pastry oven. Don't interrupt me. Pastry oven. What's a pastry oven look like? Oh yeah, it's this one. All right, this one here. Soy cake. Oh, I only have 1 soy meal. How do I get this stuff? Find it at the glade, the pond, the blah, blah, blah. All right, we got to put some guys in the glade here. Oh, we got some guys in the glade. All right, Kenny, you can interrupt me with chats if you like.
Darlene is asking a question, but I'm not sure what she's meaning. She says, is there any way to know who's CO?
Who's CO?
I don't know if she finished that word.
All right, well, we'll just wait for her to finish that or be more clarification while I forget what I'm doing. Wait, was it soy cake I needed? Yeah, it was, right? So now I need flour. This is really hard to live stream and talk at the same time. My mind
And Treasure is laughing at Frank, which we all are.
Okay. And Jennilee got a text.
Sorry.
That's okay. All good. And...
Oh, Darlene finished her thought. So she says, is there any way to know who visits your farm and uses friendship fertilizer. The faces are always blank. Didn't we talk about this last week?
We did.
And I wish I knew who it was. It would be nice to say thank you or return the favor. I agree.
It was me. You got to return it to me. It's always me. I have the image with no face, so when you see that, it's just me. So you come on my farm and boost my stuff. Just kidding.
Very funny. Treasure says it used to have the picture.
And sometimes it does have the picture occasionally. And you know what's weird? Let's do the mail while we're on the topic of pictures. I want to click on our mailbox and decline. Oops, I always do the wrong one. Let's decline all these 7 people that are here. Who do we got today? We have Becky. I'm sorry, Becky. And we have Madison. I'm sorry, Madison. And we have No Jock and Kayla Martin. See how I can't even read? Sorry, Kayla Martin. Hey, you see this? Hey, that's funny. Listen, sorry, I gotta do a twang and I gotta do a punchline all at the same time because I said hey, and then it was the hey was the name of the name of the person asking to join. You see this? Jenny?
Yes, I see it. And
I'm
you're
like, hey.
cracking yourself up.
And then there's Nana as well. And you know what's weird? I'm going to get rid of Ren Jeth here. Whoops. I'm clicking on the wrong screen now. We're going to decline Ren Jeth. We're going to get rid of Nana and Hey. But I was going to bring up our names that we got this week because I haven't done that yet. And I think we have Hey and Nana. Maybe Hey anyways. Or no, that was, yeah, see Hey at the bottom. Was it the same picture, though? I think it was different. So this week we have a few. We have Vane Toucan 5739 was a kind of an interesting name. Shara Ray 84. Hazel, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Really?
OPP star S has asked, and then Hey, and that's why I was like, hey, there was a Hey, which is really funny. And then
I was gonna say I thought I saw a Hey earlier today.
And then on the more interesting names, we have Trader Joanne's, sorry. Sassy Cat Farm has asked to join. HHH has asked to join. Little Noise Box, Frenchie, which is kind of interesting. And my favorite this week was Lightning Duck has asked to join our co-op. If any of these people listening are you guys and want to join us, just say it on the live stream or send an invite and we'll bring you all in, or some of you anyways. Speaking of which,
I like the Lightning Duck.
Yeah, that's a cool. All those are such funny names. Speaking of which, we are doing we're adding European players for our European players, right?
Yes.
So if you're from Europe and you're listening and you want a new co-op, you're instantly approved if you're from Europe. FYI. Or if you want to say you're from Europe and be up all night, that's cool too.
Oh, so we have some more chatter. Frank says, for the storybook, as you sell more orders, a pink baby pig shows up and is ignored by the mother.
Oh.
And it's sad.
Oh. Did you see that, Jennilee, when it happened?
I don't think I was paying attention. I was too excited to finish the pages.
You clicked too quick. I still need potatoes here. I'm going to go get my 4 potatoes.
Kathy says she agrees. I think she's agreeing with the pig.
Uh-huh. That is super cute.
Darlene is saying sorry. I'm not sure why she's saying sorry.
Well, we forgive you, Darlene.
Yeah. Ursula says she smells something. I don't know what she's smelling, though. I'm not sure.
Alrighty, then. Do you want to know? I don't think I want to know.
And then she said, I'm guessing she just restarted because she said the pool finally showed up for her. She's on page 4, and it finally showed up. Liz is here.
Hey, Liz. Nice to see you. Nice to hear. I guess we can't see you. Nice to see you in chat.
Yes. And then Frank's put, you rejected Nana, and then he has a sad face. Frank, do you know Nana?
I think she knows. I think he knows Nana. I have a Nana. Or my kids have a Nana, actually. I don't have a Nana.
I don't have a Nana either.
But there was that Nana in that group that we shall not speak about that kicked me out.
Yeah.
Well, that's another week. I keep saying that every week. Hey, let's answer the questions we had on the live stream page. Do you remember that? We had some questions on there. Let me try to find them. Because we asked for topics and suggestions. Here we go. Okay, so Jerry...
Oh, Anne's here too. Sorry.
Just Anne?
Yeah, not ever just Anne.
Hey, Anne. Thank you for joining. Awesome. Okay, we had a couple questions in our live stream page. We asked, does anyone have any topics or suggestions for the next show? If so, post them, and we'll talk about them. We have Jerry Canup who posted a question. She wants to know why her minimum level is stuck on 11. And I think she's referring to, maybe she's a co-op administrator, and when she's in her co-op page, I always click on the wrong one. When she's in the co-op page, she maybe wants to know in the settings here why it says minimum level 11, and you can, well, I can slide mine to 15 now. I didn't think I could do that before.
He's got it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be right back.
Sure, no problem. I'll continue talking.
Okay.
So I don't know why. I think it's the minimum level. I think, well, the minimum level 11 is because you can't join a co-op until you're level 11, but I don't know why it's stuck on level 11. So if you're stuck on level 11 and you can't slide this, although I can only go to 15, perhaps you could send a ticket into Zynga, and they may be able to solve that for you. We have a couple more people in our message box. Stephen, goodbye. Declining. And Jen, I'm sorry, Jen, we already have a Jen. We can't have more than one Jen. We'll get all confused. That would be bad. That would be bad. Okay, so while we're waiting for Jennilee to get back, I can probably check the chat room. Let's see. I do. Okay, someone has baby chicks. Liz, you have baby chicks. You have 110 baby chicks that are making your life crazy. And oh, I see. So Frank says she doesn't have a Nana, but you pictured me rejecting a sweet old lady. I'm sorry, Frank. That's true. We did reject the sweet old lady. Your son brought them home as a joke. I don't know what I would do if my son came home, Liz, with 110 baby chickens, and Lori finds that extremely funny, and that is funny. I have no idea what you would do. I imagine you're set up for baby chickens, so that is something that maybe you're used to. My son usually just comes home with homework that he doesn't do. Let's send some farmhands here. I want to ask for a help, though. See if I can get one. We'll see if Karen gives me a fisherman. Or whoever else. Lori did. Who'd she send me? A fisherman. Yay, Lori. You are awesome. Alrighty, heading back. Whoops, that was bad. Okay, so I want to put my fishermen's in here. So we have some more questions also on the page, and I might as well, let's put 4 people in here because I want to get some stuff. We might as well continue on with that. So we were asking, where is it? Windows everywhere. Okay, Fran H. Jones wants to know about cleaning the, she says she wants to tell people that they should clean their cache. It's basically a good thing to do. Been explaining in game. So you can clear your cache on Android devices. I don't know if you can do it on iPhone devices. I think you probably can, but doing that solves some issues. There is some pages you can go to on the site, on the Farmville site, where I thought I had it open actually. Here, not on this one, on the help page. And they actually have suggestions. If you type in Zynga support, I don't have it typed in on Google. We click on the support tab. We go down to FarmVille2 Country Escape, and we have all this stuff here. And you can find out on, I think there's a technical support tab. Here it is. My game is not loading. What should I do? My game is stuck loading. What should I do if you're almost home? There's 30 questions actually in tech support. Troubleshooting for Android. And here we have different things you can do. Force closing and things. It doesn't recommend uninstalling the apps, but that's certainly things you can do to solve problems. What else is Fran asking about? Oops. Too many windows open at once.
I'm back if you need me.
Yay! Yes, of course I need you. You had me scrambling all over the place. It's funny, like, you leave. That's okay. It's all good. We were talking about the post that Fran made about the questions, and I'm just going to bring up the other ones and I'll read it. She's asking about reducing Marie board for individual players. Well, I believe that's done by just not doing the board, but we're still doing the testing on that, so we're going to find out that. Doing Lighthouse doesn't work if it's maxed. What does that mean? Because you have your Lighthouse finished, Jennilee, right?
I have the Lighthouse finished?
It's maxed out. You have all of the levels of the Lighthouse done. So let me go to the Lighthouse.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so what she's saying is that doing Lighthouse doesn't work if it's maxed. Why
wouldn't it work?
I don't know. Is way with airplane mode, but I've forgotten how to do this. Shame, because my numbers were really high. 44 compasses, etc. Wasn't informed how to do it. So she's actually talking about doing airplane mode cloning, which we're not going to talk about tonight, because we're going to have no time for that. But we can talk about that another night. Everybody who's listening, we still had a few people, or did I lose a few when you left?
12 watchers.
12 watchers. So we lost one because you left. So there you go. Don't leave. Just kidding. Anyways, there's a thing you can do with one person actually, and you can clone items kind of with using the airplane mode, but we're going to get into that some other time. And then it's also, she's asking about if they would give me instructions again, and well, that's just so she wants to know how to airplane mode clone, but we'll talk about it on another episode because we've got not much time left and we've got a lot to talk about still. I haven't even started my second.
I still have a lot of chat.
I read a few chats while you were gone. I actually loaded it up. So, well, go ahead. You can reread them because I'm just going to keep playing my game here and figure out what I need. Go.
Okay. When Ursula was referring to the smell, she was talking about you. Did you read that?
No. Can you read it again? When she
said, I smell something. And then she wrote, it was Scott. He is the one that gives all the fertilizer.
Oh, yes, that's true. I do. And we were talking about the no pictures on it. And on my farm currently, there's no pictures. But I have had them. I've seen stuff. Like I've seen your avatar on certain things, or avatar, or whatever it's called. Here we go. Oh, that's it.
I've seen you too.
Yeah. So it does.
But not every time.
It does happen from time to time. But it's definitely not every time. You're right.
Treasure is commenting on someone you rejected. She said Becky with the good hair got rejected.
Nice. I didn't even look at the little icon. I just kicked her out.
Cindy says hello, everyone.
Cindy, next, thanks for joining us. Nice to see you, or hear you, or type it.
Frank says, no, I don't know Nana, just pictured you rejecting a sweet old lady.
And that's the one I read on chat. That's the one I did read.
Okay.
I'm going to grab it.
Liz said she had to go. She has 110 baby chicks.
Yeah.
Didn't know she had that many. That's crazy.
Isn't that nuts?
She says my son brought them home as a joke, and I'm not laughing.
I said that my son just brings home homework that he doesn't do.
Oh, yeah. Susan said you can only make it as high as your lowest player level.
She's talking about the lighthouse?
Oh, okay.
I don't know. Is she? Oh, I'm asking.
Oh, I thought you were saying.
No, I have no idea. You know what she's talking about?
You can only make it as high as your lowest player level. So maybe.
Oh, the slider bar.
Yes, that's what I was thinking.
The slider bar in the setup, the settings for the co-op. In here. Level
and then
50.
Anne says, that makes sense, Susan. So that's probably what it is.
Well, if it makes sense to Anne, I'm good enough for me, because when I don't know what's going on, I just ask Anne, because she knows everything. She's like the smartest person I know on Farmville.
Oh, you know what? It's probably because we have, like, when we add people's, like, kids or family members and their lower levels.
Right.
Didn't we have that one gal in our co-op that was level 15?
I think so.
So you can't set it lower, I guess, because she's in it.
That's true.
Maybe.
I guess so.
Lori says she has some soy for you.
Yay! Is it up now?
I don't know.
I'll go look. I'll go see if it's up. This is like the magic of live streaming. You just ask for stuff, and it comes. Okay, so it's not up yet. I have my massive list of friends, but I'll check the global. Well, I think I need these. I'm not sure. Buy them anyways. If in doubt, buy them out. That's my motto.
Frank says he's never heard of airplane mode cloning.
No,
Frank, I just heard of it a few weeks ago. I never heard of it.
We had 3 people come to our co-op. Remember that we had 3 people come in, and they joined us for a very short period of time, and they showed us all how to airplane mode clone, and then they left. And then we've had multiple people not like airplane mode cloning, and multiple people that do it quite frequently. And it is a really cool trick, and I promise that we'll show you someday. And it's not a hack. You're not hacking anything. It's probably just as illegal as regular cloning, because you're not modifying or changing anything. You're just taking advantage of the airplane mode, kicking you off the... You still view the item, but you go to airplane mode and then you're able to buy it really fast. Anyways, that kind of explains it as well. You can buy an item really quick. So let's just explain it, because people are wondering now what it is, and if someone wants to watch for 55 minutes to get to this point, we'll kind of explain it. So what you do essentially, and I can't do it because it'll kick off our internet here, but you go to the site for where you buy things from the co-op, buy goods, into here. You find the item that you want to airplane clone, and nobody has anything for sale, So that is not good. But anyways, let's pretend that we're on the co-op.
Lori says she put up the soy for you.
She's not here. Hey, Lori. Maybe I haven't...
she says someone else bought it.
That's okay. That's okay. Maybe someone will post something really quick so we can see so I can explain this. Anyways, we'll just use the global one for example. So for example, the sea salt I'm seeing here, if you want to clone this yourself, you just have it on the screen like this, very quickly switch your phone into airplane mode, and then go back to this screen and buy it. You have literally like half a second to do it. It's really difficult to do. Once you get good at it, you can do it over and over again. And sometimes, occasionally, it doesn't work and it sends the buy through anyways, and it still buys the thing from the person, so it doesn't work every time, but definitely it does work. So that's how you do it. It's called airplane mode cloning. Don't tell anybody, it's a secret, apparently, and nobody knows about it except us and the 3 other people that joined us, but it does work. It's just really difficult to do, and then some people don't like it because it screws up your chat. So if you do this, and people are chatting, it actually will not post their updated chats, and you'll miss chat. So there's a lot of reasons why you shouldn't do it. And
Ursula said she put something up for you.
oh goody, let's check. So I have some blueberries and some chives from Lori. Thank you guys. I'll buy them off your hands so that they show up. So essentially what you do is on an iPhone, you swipe up. So when you click your little airplane mode button, then you swipe down, you run back into here, like this is the screen you're leaving it on, then you click buy, and what happens is really quickly you'll lose it. It'll go back to this screen that you see here, and you won't be able to get back in because you're offline. But if you do it quick, you can buy them, and then your screen disappears. So that is like it's a good thing to do if there's no one else on your site that can help you cloning or provide stuff for you. Say you need like 4 feathers and someone only has 1, you can do it really quickly, make 4, but you know, should you? I don't know. It's kind of those things. It's not really hacking your account, but it is technically duplicating from kind of an exploit, I guess you'd call it, right?
Yes.
Anyways, so I probably say it's not a legal thing to do, but it's similar to regular cloning. So anyway, that's that. I think we answered all the questions on the website, which is good. Should I start the other?
We do have one more thing in the chat real quick. Cindy wants to know if you showed the email that she got from Zynga.
Oh dear, Cindy, what did you send me? You sent me an email, and you know what? I didn't bring it up, and I totally forgot to blotch out your email address, so I'm just going to talk about it instead of bringing it up. So Cindy sent me a screenshot today, and it was about let me refresh my memory. Cindy, refresh my memory on what it was about. I'm going to get it by the same time you'll type it. She asked about, wasn't it about the bingo event? I swear it was about the bingo event. Here, let me just check my phone. Keep talking, Jennilee. Find something to talk about.
Frank says that the airplane mode sounds cool and he's going to have to try it. My mother is calling you a goober.
Here, I'll play the bong noise for your mother. Hold on. Let me play the twang. I'll even do it again, just for fun.
And Cindy says yes, she's referring to the bingo.
Yeah, so Cindy, we talked about bingo, and that's Cindy Bradshaw?
Cindy Jur? I think I'm saying it right.
Yeah, there we go. Okay, here we go. See, I've got so many people that chat to me on a daily basis. Okay, so what happened was we had Cindy write in, and she wrote, "Can you please tell me why there is no more bingo events? I have not seen one in a long, long time, and I do miss them. Please let me know. Thank you for your time, Cindy." Now, normally you get the automated response, right, Jennilee? You get, "Thanks for your suggestion. We'll put it to the guys," right? Mm-hmm. Or girls, in this case. I think most of the people that work for Zynga are women. At least that's what I've heard. But we don't know for sure because they never talk to us. Anyways, so Cindy got a really, really long response, and I'll just read it back. It says, "I appreciate you sharing your suggestion and idea about bringing back the bingo event in Country Escape." So this might be just a type out thing to everybody who asks about bingo. I'm not sure. "I believe this interesting idea of yours could perhaps bring new excitement to players. We value every player's ideas and suggestions for the betterment of the game itself, and we would like to thank you for that. Our game is dynamic and changes do happen. Furthermore, it's constantly being developed and a lot more can be added or changed. So I don't know, it might be just a form letter that they send everybody, but it's really long. And like, usually it's just like, thanks for your suggestion, we'll forward it to the people. Be assured that your voices are being heard, and although we are unable to make changes immediately, we are taking note of your concerns, compiling them, and adjusting the game to improve its balance. Thanks again for your support and contribution in making this game great. While we have no immediate plans to add this feature, I'll certainly flag it with our team for possible future improvements. Thank you for your continued support for Country Escape. Regards, Edwin. Or Erwin, rather. So, does that sound like it was just generic, Jennilee? What do you think? Like, it was really long, right? It was, like, really long. It was a really long email saying they're going to send it to the people.
But that might be part of their strategy anyways. Like, they think that sending those long emails makes it look like they put more time into your response.
Yeah, I suppose. You got to maybe like add, my favorite color is yellow. And then have
Frank
them...
says it sounds like a letter from a politician.
That's true. That's true. It does. It's a very long, and I've never gotten a letter like that that's so detailed and long like that. And I apologize, Cindy, for not having it on the screen. I told you today that it would be on the screen, and that was before my huge news that I got from our co-op person that they're a Farmville VIP player. And so I was freaking out with that news, and I just totally forgot. So I apologize, Cindy.
I think everyone's agreeing with Frank that it sounds like a politician letter.
It does sound like a politician letter, but I would rather have a letter that's a little different every time than the same old. And
I agree.
And when I do send an email to Zynga, I always follow up with it. I never just accept it and then leave it like that. And so I usually send it back. Like when I was asking about cloning, I sent 3 emails. And the first email I made the YouTube video on, and that's currently up, but I haven't done a video on the 2 other responses I received about it. And I basically got approval from Zynga to clone, that it's not a problem, it's not going to affect your count, and continue to use it if you want, but they won't support any glitches or any problems that it makes on your farm by doing so. But I haven't posted that letter yet. But I did send 3 specific emails, because if they said I could do it, then why not call it a feature instead of an exploit? Because they're classifying as an exploit, and exploits are wrong. Anyways.
Right.
Yeah.
Treasure is saying good night.
Good night, Treasure. Thank you for joining us. She probably has school in the morning, and she has exams, so she has to go to sleep. But Treasure, this might help you go to sleep. Or maybe that's what she's saying, is that she's almost asleep. She can barely keep her eyes open, so she's gonna say goodnight now, so that when she falls asleep,
no.
Okay, I could get into my
she
story.
Finds us very entertaining.
That's true. I think we are, anyways. I'm just maybe. Oh, look, I've done my carrots. Oh, I only have 3 things left. Let's go. Should I start my other event before the time runs out? Are you okay for time, Jennilee? Are we still good?
I think I'm good. Yeah.
All right, I'm good as well. So we're going to continue on. Chatters, are you good to stay for a little while longer? I'm going to go see how many we're at, because you haven't told me lately. You probably can tell me faster though. Oh, 15?
We have 14.
Are you serious? It says 15 on my screen. Wow, that's great. 15 people.
Now it says 15, yeah. You clicked just at the right time.
Oh, look, my Siri's freaking out. I don't
understand.
My Siri...
I said 59 mic on my screen. Wow, that's great. 15 people.
Did you hear that?
I can search the web for it.
Siri's freaking out.
Poor Siri.
Poor Siri. So apparently what I said sounded like I said, hey Siri, I have 59 mic people on my screen. That's great. Anyways, blah, blah, blah. Move my phone. Put it over there. 15 people watching. Okay, starting event number 2. Let's go. This is going to put me into my leaderboard. We will see where we're sitting. We're going to check our scores to see if we're put with a bunch of zeros or we're going to be put with a bunch of other people. We are testing it. Check the board right here. Here we go. We have the leader is at 8,251. So they couldn't have started immediately, but they could have started like in the last hour, right?
My second place, I'm in first. My second place person has less than that. So
less than 8,200. So you think they've been playing for since the beginning?
I don't know. I would think so, but who knows?
Well, I'm sitting at 0. Oh, and there's lots of zeros. So it looks like it may. Oh no, we have a friendly farmer. That's never a good sign because we have 2 friendly farmers. Oh, a third. They usually end up really high. 5 friendly farmers. But it looks like they're not cheating yet. Anyways, maybe they're just not logged in yet. Okay, so what do we need to do here, Jennilee?
You gotta make a lot of stuff and sell it.
That sounded like you were. It's exhausting. Okay, wait. Let me.
It is exhausting.
Send farmhands for food and flower supplies. Okay, well, we'll start with that. And chatters, if you want to chat about anything, you just go. So what is this now? Flower basket. Should have known to go to the windmill. Making a flower basket. All right. I should probably make some more of these masks as well.
Lori says, yes, you are both so fun.
Awesome. Thanks,
Thank
Lori.
you, Lori. Anne says it's almost time for bed. And Frank says, sure, I'm good for bonus stream.
Nice. Bonus stream for Frank. Yes, Anne, I think, is 2 hours ahead, so it's 11:05 for Anne. So thank you for staying up with us tonight again, Anne. I was so tempted, Jennilee, to do a live stream this morning, like an 11 a.m.er with you, to get some, just to see what if anybody would show up, just like a random stream, like a 15-minute stream.
Mm-hmm.
We still have to do that. We have to test it out.
I told you I'm good most mornings.
I know, today was so close. If I wasn't so busy at work, I would have like done it, because today would have been perfect for me if I wasn't busy.
Darlene says it's getting late here on the east side of the States.
So is it 3 hours on the east side of the States or just 2? Because I think it's just
I've
2.
never been good at the States. So I spent a lot of time living in Arizona, and Arizona is the one only state that doesn't change times ever.
Right. Like the daylight
So I
savings.
never got into like, oh, times are different. I don't understand. Like, why does your time change?
Why is people in Europe not awake when I'm awake?
Right.
Nice. So time zones are a new thing for you then, Jennilee?
Well, not new. I never paid attention to them.
Sure. Interesting. Yeah, and then doing this, we have people all over the place asking us where we're from or what time we're on, and I've got to constantly do the math. So now that I put it on YouTube so that you can just go to the link and it'll tell you exactly how many hours you have before it starts.
I like that.
I put it like a day ahead of time, or maybe 2 days, depending.
Anne says unsustainable 2 hours ahead of the east.
2 hours, yes, that's what I thought.
And then Cindy says to let her know if we're going to do a morning one, and she'll join us.
Nice, that would be cool. Well, I want to do one. The problem is that I can't schedule it, because if I'm good to go, it's going to be one of these things where I'll be like, Jenny, I'm good to go, like in 15 minutes, can we do it? And she'll be like, yes or no, right? And so it's easier to schedule in the evening for me, but it doesn't work so much for all of our other European people or all of our other people who can't be on at night. I need a drink of water. I'll be right back, okay? You'll have to talk, Jennilee. But I'll be really
with
fast.
an empty screen.
I'll be really fast.
Okay.
I'll leave my pig
Okay.
here. Wait, I'll put my pig up. Okay, there.
Dead airspace. So, farm people, do you guys have any questions or anything you want to say, or any shout outs maybe? I don't know. His pig just came up for me. That's how long this delay is for me. I'm looking at his screen. How far are you guys in the event? How, like on the storyboard? What pages are you guys on? Started yesterday? The pig does look sad, Frank. Poor piggy. Mom, I'll see if you can squeeze in
Okay,
a
I'm back.
7:30
Did you miss
time.
me?
A little bit, yes.
I'm sorry.
Because I can't control the screen,
I
and
know
your
you
screen
can't.
is so delayed for me.
That's true. So you didn't even know what screen I was on. I'm sorry, everybody. I swore I brought my drink into my room with me, but apparently I didn't. Okay, back to the screen. How's the chat room?
So Ursula's saying if we do a 7:30 time,
In the
that
morning?
would work for her.
7:30 in the morning? Oh, great. We'll just stay on till 7:30. Just kidding.
And then Frank says, look at the pig. Doesn't he look sad? The pink pig.
That's the pig in the book. He does.
Mm-hmm. And then Anne says it must be hard to just watch Scott for an hour instead of farming yourself. It's so hard.
You need a third device, Jenny, and then you could farm with me.
Which I have plenty of devices. I'm just not, I mean, I'm good with technology, but not that good. Like, I need to watch the chat and talk to you. And,
That's true.
yeah, I got stuff to do. Angela says, poor piggy. Poor piggy. Ursula's taking a break.
Does that mean taking a
She
break?
said potty break. I just didn't want to say potty
yeah,
break.
okay, well, good thing you said it.
And then I asked people what pages they were on in the book. Darlene says she's on the 3rd page. Angela's on the last stage. You go, girl.
Wow.
And Anna's on the 4th page. I think I'm finishing page 6, I think. And then Ursula says she's on page 3, and Cindy says the 4th page is chickens.
Chickens, great. So, you know what really is a bad thing that happened to me today? I was so sad. You know how you can give yourself a boost at the county fair by paying? I clicked on I clicked on the 20 keys by mistake.
Oh.
Yeah, there's no warning. It just uses them. So I went from 396 keys today to down to 376 keys.
Well, when you're doing the pages, some of the rewards that you're going to get are the infinity speed seed, you know?
Right.
Which is fantastic, but it doesn't last very long. It lasts, I don't know, an hour or something.
That's cool.
But I was doing that to try to get rid of Mariner at the same time. I had to make all these scarves, so I'm pulling all the wool, and I'm getting my tomatoes and pulling the wool. And I went to click on the infinity, and same thing, I accidentally clicked on the keys.
And I wish they would give you a warning. 20 keys is not something that I'd like to lose.
No.
Crazy. We have some people saying hi from the chat on the game. We have Kate who says hello, Lori, Annie, and Karen. I don't think Karen's on our stream, right?
I don't think so.
So Karen, hello, but you can't hear us, so that's okay. I'll thank Lori for sending me that helping hand.
Karen and I were trying to FaceTime today.
You were trying, which means you never did?
No, we kept missing each other. I called her, and she was putting her baby down, and then she tried calling me back, and I was driving, so I'm going to try again tomorrow.
You guys used to chat quite a bit.
Yes, and then she got really busy. She's still busy until next month. She's got a lot on her plate. But her daughter and my daughter are about the same age, so we have fun talking, and hey, mine's doing this. What's yours doing? And lots of fun.
And she's also been on the farm more lately, too. She was on tonight, or she's on now, actually.
Yes, I'm so glad to see her on the farm.
Yep. You guys used to be on it at the same time in the evenings, like when your babies were, like, little?
Yes, when you're up in the middle of the night, that's how we got to chatting. We were on at 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning.
Yep.
Anne says it's accidentally buying the spare slots on the market stall. Yes, I hate that.
Oh, that one, yeah. And who were we talking about today? We were talking about Liz. Is Liz still here? Because she had a bunch of event items up, and she had one of the slots.
No, she's gone.
Oh, she's gone. Yeah, she had to leave. But she had bought one. It looked like she had bought one by mistake as well. Oops, and I just closed my farm game. That was smart. Let me reload it.
And then Cindy is asking me to send her a friend request, so I said yes.
That's the thing with friend requests. Like, holy man, since I've been doing this, I have been getting so many friend requests, and I like to keep my Facebook just my people I know. And the problem with this silly game is that you can't have you can't have them as your neighbors unless they're your friends, right?
Right.
So it's like either you have a whole bunch of people who you don't really know, and you have them show up on your feed and comment on your posts and stuff, and you don't really some of these people you just want them for their speed seed or whatever, and you have to make them your friends. And so for the most part I don't have hardly any of you guys as my friends, just because I'm trying to keep my friend list down to my friends from Facebook, right? So it's silly how they should have had it a different way. They should have done it differently. It looks like we're cloning stuff. Do I need these piggy stencils? There's like a lot of stuff here.
You should get piggy stencils. I forget what page that was. What did you guys say? 3rd page, I think?
So what are we buying here? So we got all kinds of stuff happening on the chat. I don't want to screw some up. Okay, kelp. Apparently we're buying kelp. Who else can see? So is kelp used for something that I'm going to be on soon?
Page 5. I don't remember.
Page 5, I don't want to buy kelp. I don't have enough room to buy kelp. Forget it. I'm just going to go out. I'm going to see if I can finish my pig book tonight. What do we got? Pig brunch at the stovetop. All right, pig brunch at the stovetop. Going to the make pig brunch. What? Oh, yeah, here we go.
Cindy says yes, 3rd page. Yes.
You are smart.
No, I'm very forgetful. I got lucky.
Yeah, I got that working on. What else do I need? I need soy cake at the pastry oven. I swear I've made soy cake already at the pastry oven. There's a lot of stuff in here, isn't there? Okay, now I need soy meal. I need soy meal. I gotta get it at the Glade. Maybe I'll get lucky on the Glade. Not ready yet. 51 more seconds. Maybe one of our co-op people has it. Bran flakes. There is a lot of stuff to make. Let's check global. Probably nothing on global.
You might find soy meal. I think most people that I've noticed are past the first page. So
look, it says to connect to Facebook. I'm not even connected. I swear I connected earlier. Okay, what am I asking for? Was it soy what?
Soy meal?
Okay, I'll put soy. I think anybody still has soy meal though.
Ursula says kelp is past third, so maybe it is fourth page.
I don't think anybody has soy meal. Yeah, I'll just leave it like that, see what happens. I'll just put some more. Okay, I guess I can wait. Here we go. Oh yeah, I got it. My grandma's Glade puked it up. I need to make more country biscuits. That is not an oven to make biscuits in. I bet you I need milk now too.
Frank is saying maybe he'll get lucky at the Glade. Oh my.
Getting lucky at the Glade. Getting lucky at the Glade. That's like a... Actually, you know what? We should do the story time one time. We should do story time in chat, shouldn't we?
I miss story time. We only did that a few times, huh?
We should do story time though on the live stream where our people say the story.
Oh, in chat. That'd be awesome.
Chat. And then we can read it. And we can like do the character voices. And then maybe the first one, I guess the first one couldn't really be called Getting Lucky at the Glade because that way it might go in a wrong area in a real big hurry. But
well, especially if Frank is playing.
That's true, that's true. But anyways, for those of you who want to know what story time is, we used to play a thing in our co-op late at night where we would post a sentence and then, or finish a sentence and then start a sentence in farm chat. And so we would post stuff like, you know, one of the characters would go into the mine and suddenly, and then we'd stop. And then the next person would say they saw a ghost, so they ran out back to there and they would finish it. So we were constantly stopping a sentence, and we made up some really funny stories, especially with Dora. Well,
Yes.
Dora, it seemed, would always keep it really normal. So we were doing one where this guy had this guy was cheating on his wife or something, and she was trying to hide or something, and he was jumping out the windows. And every time we'd say something crazy, Dora would always bring it back down and be like, and then he imagined it was just in his mind, and so it didn't really happen, and then it would be back to normal. But anyways, that's another day. That's another episode.
Darlene is suggesting maybe have a separate Facebook for farming friends only.
Yes, that would be a good idea. It's a good idea, but it violates Facebook's terms of service, which is a bad idea. So you're typically only, and you also need to have, other people do it. I know lots of people have multiple, so I guess that's a good idea. But we shouldn't have to do that. We shouldn't have to, you know, they shouldn't use the friend list as the way of having neighbors, is my point.
I've been trying to work on, because same issue as you with all these friend requests and different people. I've been trying to look through the settings and privacy and seeing if there's certain people that you can keep them from seeing your personal stuff on your profile.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So now I have it set where every time I post something, it'll say all my friends will see except, and then there's an exception list.
Really?
So every time I accept a new friend, you know, if it's somebody I don't really know or if it's somebody from the farming games, I'll add them to that list because they probably don't care that I'm taking my kids up to the mountains for the weekend. You know,
That's
they
right.
don't need to see all that stuff.
That's true. But I'm wondering, it's yeah, I guess that would be, but it's kind of going to be having a lot of time management then to do that, right? But I guess that's one way of dealing with it.
That's the one solution I've had so far,
That's
but
a
I'm
good
sure
idea.
there's something else out there. There has to be.
I think it's this dog I want. How much does it cost to speed this guy up? 3 keys? Yeah, forget that.
I think Ursula's referring to the story game. She
Right.
says, "Oh boy, I would get carried away."
That's what we want, though. We want carried away people to get carried away. You know what? Let's find it. Let's go to our Facebook page, and I'm going to find it. Because I think it's still on there, right?
I haven't looked for it in a long time. Unless you deleted it, I don't think it would still be there.
I think it's still there. Let me see if I can figure it out. So go to the I Farm You Farm. It's probably way near the bottom. Like, way near the bottom. Oh, man. Okay, you talk while I'm scrolling.
Yes, Miss Cindy says, "Hi guys, you can specify who can comment on your wall and who can see your wall. You need to label your friends, family, gamers, and so on." Yes, Jennilee, you are right. Okay, that's what I
So
thought.
then I'm totally not doing it right, because I could have been accepting all these friend requests and then just doing what you're suggesting. Right?
I think that's the easiest way to do it. Mm-hmm.
That's what I should have been doing. This is why we do this live stream, so not only can we help you guys with stuff, but you can tell us stuff, because I had no idea we could do that. Hey, look at this t-shirt. Can you guys see this? I'll let it pop up for you, Jennilee. I'll pause it and then you can see it. Oops. See how many seconds you're delayed behind.
Okay, I see a t-shirt.
Hey,
I love that.
I don't think it's on here anymore. Did we get rid of our story time?
Well, Frank has come up with a little bit of a story for you. He says, "I went to the pier with my deer and some beer, and 9 months later, a baby appeared."
Nice. So that's a rhyming story time. Oh, here's one.
I love it.
Okay, we have one. We have a story time. Let me just bring it up. Okay, so I'll see if this is even in order. Hopefully it is. Okay, so it starts out Saturday night story time. It all started on an especially calm day. Heidi was tending the grove when suddenly, and then I wrote somebody else go. This is the very first story time we did. And Dora wrote she heard a loud noise. Can you read this, Jennilee, on the screen, or is it too tiny?
Nope, I can read it.
Okay, so the next page. I guess this is me and Dora playing. She thought to herself, did that come from the pier? She had recently got a huge case of crabs and hadn't tended to it. She rushed to, and then Dora writes, the corner to check. She looked up and down the street, but, and then I wrote, the case was gone. This was a big problem. The money she was going to get was going to make, and Dora replies, to make her life a little easier. But now what am I going to do? She asked herself. This isn't that long, by the way, so you don't got to sit here for hours. She could always join Calvin in the mine for the money she needs, but then she remembered the last time she went to the mine, and Dora wrote, it was cold, dark, and scared her, but she realized it might be worth it. Could change her life for the better. So then, and I wrote, she headed back into the house to find Calvin. She knew she would have to wake him up because the night before, and Dora wrote, he worked. I was trying to get Dora to say something really crazy, but Dora writes, he worked all night and was really tired when he got home. She knows she must got him to wake him up to head to the mine. The money is really, and I wrote, important. The corn husk dolls were going to cost $29 million or $1,000. It's the thing her baby Caitlin wanted since, and then Dora wrote, Gmail Scott off to another farm, and then she goes good night. So that was story time on our farm the very first time with Dora, and then we played again, and the second story got all really crazy, but again Dora kept on bringing it down to the normal level, and I kept on bringing it to trying to get crazy stuff to happen, and we ended up pushing somebody out the window, and it was quite fun. But anyways, that's story time, people. Play it on your own farms. It's fun. And then post it here.
Yeah. Miss Cindy says, hey Scott, you accepted my friend request today via Messenger, but not Facebook. And she sent a sad face.
That's the thing, is because I've been accepting people on Messenger, but I didn't know that you could do them differently on Facebook. So I'll go through. I still have them all there. I haven't removed any of you guys. Let me prove it to you. I'm going to go to my Facebook, and I'm going to show you my friends. And here we go. Who asked me, you said?
Cindy.
Cindy, she's not showing up, and I did not decline you. So, excuse me. I have Carrie was the last one I see. Look at all these people, though. Like, I haven't deleted any of you. I've all just left you sit here. You see all these scrolling? That's a lot of friend people to confirm. But it is a good idea. Although I have heard it slows your barn down to confirm people.
I haven't seen any problems myself, but I've heard it too. I've heard it from a lot of people, so I don't know.
How about you chatters? Have you had like 1 million people? Have you noticed? Well, I thought Treasure told us last week that she had a bunch of friends and that it was slowing her
She said
game
she
down.
was having problems. Mm-hmm.
Ooh, I'm so close to finishing page 1.
Ursula says we need to do that again. I would love it, and maybe even get thrown out. Haha.
Thrown out of the co-op or the room. Yeah, I want to do it again, and I don't know if we should do it on the Facebook page or should we do it on the farm, right?
Ooh, we could probably even do something with both, too.
That's true. I'd like to try it on the live stream, though. But although if there's chatting on the live stream, then it wouldn't really be good, because... Okay, soy cake pastry oven. I'm on a mission. Soy cake pastry oven. I'm gonna need soy, which I'm not gonna have. Soy meal. Maybe somebody posted it. I didn't check chat. I apologize to you guys. Oh, look, what are we cloning now?
Oh, Anne says it's time for bed.
Good night, Anne. Thank you for joining.
Good night, Anne.
Still no soy.
Oh, and Ursula says you never accepted her either.
I know, I told you, I haven't accepted anybody. I've accepted you because we live stream. That's it. And I think maybe Liz. No, not even Liz. Liz is not even my friend. Sorry, Liz. You're not my friend. I'm pretty sure. Let's just search. Can I even search? How do I even search? I don't even know how to search. I only have 50. Oh, that's not even the right thing. Here's my friends. 177 friends. Ooh, I have more friends than I thought I had. Oops. Any new chats? Let's see.
Nope, just saying goodnight to Anne.
We still have 12 watchers. We're doing better every week. We're getting more and more people. It's great. If you're new to the chat, say hi, say hello. I need soy. I should probably have been sending people to other areas. What's another fast area? There's no fast areas.
Oh, and Ursula says, okay guys, 30 minutes passed. She's calling it a night.
Good night. We'll probably call it right away too, I imagine, right, Jennilee?
Yeah.
But it was a fun live stream, and then we had lots of things to talk about, and I didn't even get into my second event. Isn't that crazy? I thought we'd have more time to talk about the event.
But we had so many people involved and the chatters, and this one went by quickly, and it was a lot of fun.
It was super fun. Thank you guys for coming. So let's call it in 3 minutes. So if you're chatting and you want to say goodbye, say goodbye. Jenny will read them, and we'll go through that. And I almost got finished a page in my book. Look, I'm going to do my pig party packs. All I need to do is a soy cake, and I don't have any soy left.
Frank says he used to play a game called Robinson's Island and ended up with a lot of weird friends.
Nice.
So we need to be careful with Facebook.
And now Frank is one of our weird friends.
Right. But the fun weird.
And Frank, you're stellar, because Frank's been with us every time he wasn't here at first when we started. I don't think tonight. Maybe he came a few minutes late, but he's been with us almost every time, and we love to have the regular crew join us.
Absolutely. Oh, and Cindy says, I will post your YouTube channel and a couple other groups I'm in for you.
Thank you, Cindy. Now, before you do that, just be warned that sometimes admins don't like that, and I've been kicked out of several groups for doing that. So make sure you start with your post. Admin, please delete if not allowed. And you also might want to mention that you've read their rules to make sure that it doesn't violate any of their rules. There's an AdMe group that has 10,000 members, and I posted in there, and I didn't get kicked out, but the post got deleted because I just posted admin please delete if not allowed, and the add me group was to add friends, right? And there was 10,000 people, and I wrote on the group, we're going to talk about adding friends on our live stream, please come check us out. And it was deleted, even though that's all it said, and I didn't ask for friends, so I don't know if it's because it was off topic a little bit, but it was 100% FarmVille2. So you want to be also careful, because some admins, they just see links to other pages and they get defensive and they freak out, and sometimes they ban you without notice. I've been banned from 2 groups without any conversation, just from trying to post my links to my videos. But definitely do it. I mean, totally, I thank you for it, but just be careful when you do it.
Scott.
Yes.
So real quick, I'm going to go back, but Frank just wrote he was there for the pilot episode when Test was testing the screen. Remember we had a watcher?
I know he had a watcher. That's crazy, Frank. Because we were.
Oh, that's awesome.
Because I've never live streamed before until this whole Farmville thing, and so we had Anne with us and we had you, and we were doing a test, and I thought it was on a private page, and Jennilee are both looking at the screen saying there's 3 people watching, and we're like, who's this third person? And Frank didn't say nothing at that point, I don't think, right?
I don't think so, no.
But that is cool. He's been here with the pilot, and the pilot's been deleted, so I can't even refer back to it.
Well, and then Frank also sang to us. He said, so long, farewell, adieu to you and you and you.
Nice. Thank you, Frank.
And my mom told me to go relax because I need it today. She's so sweet.
That's right. She always looks after you. And if we live stream too long, or if you start coughing uncontrollably, she is going to tell you to go to bed. And the live stream is
you heard she already said we're 30 minutes over, so she's keeping track.
But she said she was leaving.
Well, yes, but I think that was also saying, hey, it's bedtime.
You know, she really does look out for you. That is sweet.
Oh, Frank said he was talking and that you thanked him.
Yeah, so we did. I know that there was, maybe it was the original one. Remember we did that original one?
Remember, I don't have a memory. I really don't.
Yeah, so we've done a few tests. So, but that's very cool that he's been with us the whole time. And I know that there's several of you guys that have hung out, and we're still having a lot of fun, and we still plan on continuing. There might be a couple weeks this summer where we have to either do it a different day or skip a week just because of holidays or internet or whatever. But I plan to continue. Jennilee, are you still good to go? Another 7 episodes?
I'm good. I'm good.
It's so much fun, and I think there's a lot to be learned. I mean, you guys even told me about Facebook tonight, and I did not know that. And I mean, I've been on Facebook for years, and I know that maybe they just added those features in, but this is the things that you can find out, and it makes the game more enjoyable. Because now that you're my friends on Facebook, I'll see your stuff in the global market, and I'll be able to continue getting stuff quicker, right?
Right.
So that's great news. And who told us that? Who am I to thank for now having to get to add a bunch of people?
I think it was Cindy. I think we have 2 Cindys in here.
I think we do have 2 Cindys in here. You should.
Yes, there's Miss Cindy, and then there's Cindy. Drew.
Okay, I know it's time to go, but I had another idea. I think someone should try making a co-op, not us because we have one, that's just all one person's name, like all Jennifer or something.
You and your crazy ideas.
I think it'd be funny. I also still want to do that whole Farmville rantin' complaining page too. Once we get once we get like 2,000 subscribers, we'll make that page and tell people to join it.
Sounds good. Hey, real quick, we got a good night. Happy farming from Robin.
Thanks, Robin.
We have a good night from... Oh, they're talking to each other. Darlene said good night to Frank. Frank said good night to Darlene.
Nice. And maybe next week or the week after we'll have some more guest appearances from people.
Yes. And Cindy says, yes, I will, but I know the admins, LOL, so should be okay.
Thank you, Cindy. That's the kind of people that we're looking for. And Cindy, if you can link us your page on our page, we'll use your page for news. So when Jennilee reads the news and crash reports, we didn't do weather, by the way, Jennilee, but that's okay. We'll do it next time. When she reads the reports, she gets them off of our sites like you guys. So we go to your site, find members from your sites, find their problems, post them. Sometimes we talk about them later. Other times we just read the problems they're having. But it's so important that we can talk to your group people as well. And we don't want this just to be our thing. We want it to be everybody's thing. We want this to be a community group thing, kind of like a Facebook page thing, right? Mm-hmm. Where we just chat and talk. And maybe
Frank is comparing us to the... Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
Frank is comparing us to the Waltons at the end. They are all saying goodnight to each other.
That's true. Did you watch the Waltons, Jennilee, when you were little?
I'm not that old, no.
So, and I didn't watch them, but I knew they were on. Like, I could recognize the theme song if I heard it, but I wasn't into the Waltons. How about Little House on the Prairie?
No, I'm sure it was on when I was younger, but I don't recall watching that one.
I bet you Liz watched Little House on the Prairie. Well, we'll find out later. Anyways.
Darlene says, "Yep, good night, John Boy."
Good night, John Boy. Exactly. That's funny. Awesome. Do you have any final words? Do we have any chatters before you have your final words?
Nope, that was the last one. So I'll go ahead and say good night, and I'm glad everybody got to join us, and see you all next Thursday.
I am so happy you guys could join us. And with that, I will say my usual God bless everybody, and we will see you next time. Bye.
Bye.